nuclear war, the eruption of a supervolcano, the fall of a meteorite, even a zombie apocalypse could be the cause for all of humanity having to move underground. The first thing that comes to mind in such a case might be pitiful humans crammed into dirty slums, people fighting for space in rat-infested underground warrens deep in the bowels of the earth. Endless wars for every piece of territory with those others who have managed to survive the apocalypse. Then again, things could go a completely different way, at least for those wealthy enough to afford themselves an expensive private escape from these potential cataclysms. Now on the market are a variety of underground bunkers, dormitories, individual economy class apartments, luxury mansions, even entire underground complexes. But will they really save one during a catastrophe? Or, on the contrary, might they simply end up burying their owners alive? Let's take a virtual tour of the 5 most expensive bunkers in the world and find out just how it is living with millions of tons of earth pressing down on you from above. Let's start with the settlement of Vivos X-Point. This is a true bunker city. It has been put together by the American company Vivos in South Dakota. This huge complex consists of 575 bunkers, each going for the amazingly low price of just $25,000. Millionaires should not stoop to buy such affordable post-apocalyptic housing. They would certainly lose precious prestige. This village is hidden in one of the safest places in North America, at an altitude of roughly 1,150 meters above sea level. Spring-like weather reigns supreme here all year long. Rarely does one have to soak in the rain, and rivers and lakes do not wash away the soil from the inside. The serene silence of this location is unlikely to ever be broken by the roar of the explosion of a nuclear bomb, as the nearest possible target is located at a safe distance 160 kilometers away. Nevertheless, the bunkers are additionally protected from external impacts by a thick layer of earth and from flooding by a powerful drainage system. This huge complex covers an area of approximately 46 square kilometers. Energy is provided by solar and wind generators, with special systems engineered to clean the air and create a comfortable climate for residents. While the elements may be raging elsewhere on the earth, the villagers here will be able to safely go to the store for some light shopping, perhaps dine in a restaurant, and maybe even invite guests over to a barbecue, where everyone can also enjoy fresh fruit from your garden. And on the weekend, of course, you must dress up for your visit to the theater. You'll have to pay a bit more for this subterranean nuclear bunker in Georgia, about $17.5 million more to be exact. This gorgeous mansion exists at a depth of 15 meters below the surface of the earth. The high price is partly due to the expensive cleaning system, which costs the owner $100,000. But this shelter is extraordinarily durable, a true fortress capable of withstanding the explosion of a 20-kiloton atomic bomb. The walls of this exceptional stronghold are made of concrete with a thickness of almost 100 centimeters. According to specialists, they can completely absorb the energy of a nuclear explosion. This amazing facility contains a fully functioning medical clinic, a cinema, a conference hall, a media center, and a number of other rooms available to residents on an area of over 1,300 square meters. This bunker was built in the midst of the Cold War in 1969, when the entire planet was fearful of a world-ending nuclear exchange between the United States and the USSR. At that time, the bomb shelter was a huge but modest dwelling. But in 2012, it was converted into this luxurious, multi-purpose dwelling you see before you now. More recently, a real high-rise of an underground building has grown up in the state of Kansas, or grown down, I should say, called the Survival Condo Project. This is an elite community that goes underground to a depth of 174 meters. Each apartment sports an area of 185 square meters and costs from between $1.5 to $3 million. This huge complex is one of the strongest underground structures in the world. The entrance doors of the shelter weigh 14.5 tons, with the thickness of the hardened concrete walls an impenetrable 9 meters. This package will allow the bunker to withstand even a direct hit by an atomic bomb, and its dome can withstand beyond hurricane-force winds with gusts of up to 800 kilometers an hour. This domicile will please its prudent residents with food supplies that will last for several years. And for those who might grow bored sitting for too long staring at the four walls of their luxurious apartment, the facility also boasts an ultra-modern swimming pool, a cinema hall, and a full-service gym. But even all of these lavish amenities cannot compare to the comforts on offer at the shelter known as the Oppidum, located in the Czech Republic. This habitat is a true opulent palace, which only the owner of an extraordinarily thick wallet can even begin to think of buying. The bunker owner, an American entrepreneur by the name of Jacob Zamrazil, plans to sell it for a quite pricey 250 million euros. This asylum is designed to accommodate 50 people, but only one client will be able to purchase this gargantuan residence, according to Mr. Zamrazil's conditions for sale. For this price, Mr. Zamrazil promises to stuff the castle with ultra-modern facilities and equipment. In the non-residential premises of this palatial, post-apocalyptic survival estate, even units for the production of food products in hydroponic gardens will be installed, and quarantine facilities will be set up in the case of a world-spanning epidemic. But the entrepreneur, Mr. Zamrazil, considers the main selling feature of this doomsday getaway to be an innovative automatic palace control system. It will be programmed for 7 different modes of operation, from a state of complete rest to a maximum load for crisis situations. And yet, even this palatial estate is done one better. Another Vivos company project, this one called the Vivos Europa 1, a bunker bomb shelter located in East Germany. It is the most expensive and luxurious underground housing in the world. American Robert Vicino is already completing the construction of this palace extraordinaire in the shell of an old 5-square-kilometer Soviet bunker. It consists of a number of interconnected autonomous complexes. Mr. Vicino laid out 200 million euros for this subterranean complex, and after all of the updates, he plans to sell it for more than $1 billion. According to specialists, the complex can endure an atomic war, the eruption of a supervolcano, the fall of an asteroid, and even, yes, a zombie apocalypse. If such misfortune does take place on our planet, in these underground mansions, one will not have to while away the time suffering in cramped quarters, enduring endless boredom. Buyers will be provided with the comforts and services normally found only in 5-star hotels. Residents will be able to relax in ultra-luxurious rooms, go to one of the many cinemas, or even arrange to have a real end-of-the-world party in the huge main ballroom. In addition to these services, Europa 1 will provide a most modern hospital, a school, and even swimming pools with saunas and jacuzzis. Mr. Vicino plans to quickly complete the Vivos Europa 1 project and then move on to creating a network of such ultra-high-class bomb shelters around the world. Most likely, thanks to all the excitement and interest, the entrepreneur will be able to fully realize his plans. And the lucky ones, those who have enough zeros tacked on at the end of their wealth-o-meter, will survive and perhaps even enjoy the apocalypse in this underground paradise. But let's not burn with envy of these uber-rich just yet. These elite bunkers may not be quite as sweet, safe, and secure as the sellers say. According to some researchers and scientists, even the thickest walls of an underground bunker will not save these richest elites from the powerful explosions of atomic bombs or the eruption of a supervolcano. The main reason being that such cataclysms can provoke monstrous earthquakes and widespread tectonic destruction. So within any bunker, the ceilings could shift, and collapses and landslides could occur. In such a case, even the most reliable bomb shelters will turn into mass graves. In a later episode, I will go into more detail about how this can occur, and just in case, what to do in such a situation when a person is buried alive. In the meantime, I want to introduce you to another bunker, one which is not afraid of even the worst shuffling and rearranging of the tectonic plates. And what is most surprising is that it does not cost millions of dollars or euros. This technology is made of plastic and costs only $5,000 to $7,000. Estonian company TerraMill offers this bizarre protection against biological, chemical, and even radiological weapons. The shelter has successfully passed numerous tests and has proved to be resistant to corrosion, increased ultraviolet radiation, and even atomic radiation. It can withstand extreme weather conditions with an effective temperature range of from -50 to +80 degrees Celsius. One block of one of these cylindrical modules with a length of only 6 meters can accommodate up to 12 people. It's easy to move one of these plastic bunkers by conventional transport, and they can be installed almost anywhere in less than half an hour, even in your own backyard. And if you dig the hole a little deeper and lower the shelter a few meters below the ground, then it can withstand even a nuclear strike. At least, that's what the producers of this amazing plastic ark say. So it turns out that, if we wish, each and every one of us can acquire our own personal bomb shelter. However, before investing in such a purchase, it's worth thinking about carefully. Despite constant and endless predictions of the end of the world, mankind still somehow always manages to avoid such a fate. And even if these bunkers do not have to protect us from the apocalypse, they still could be quite handy. For example, they might help us solve problems related to overpopulation on our planet, or even help us further explore the mysterious subterranean parts of the Earth. If you agree and you like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to invite your friends. It's more fun to watch our episodes in the warmth of online company. I promise that there will be so much more interesting stuff in our videos to come that even if the world turns upside down, you will not be able to even begin to think of tearing your eyes away from the screen. Until next time.